Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Shipyards. I'm Commander Exorcist. Welcome to episode 17 of the After Action Report, my weekly show where I go over the news and happenings in the Space Engineers universe. Before we get started, if you enjoy the content that I create on this channel, then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any of my Space Engineers content. Now let's see what's going on out there. The week started off strong with the official release of Space Engineers 1.207 Apex Survival on Monday, shortly after Keen's developer livestream began. The update, which has been covered extensively by Keen and members of the YouTube creator community, boasts some of the biggest ever changes to the overall game experience. Optional food and farming, buffs, refined death mechanics, and enhanced weather systems are just a fraction of the many changes to the game. Along with the update, Keen also released the Apex Survival Pack, a $4.99 DLC block pack that includes an updated drill, grinder, inset planter, terrarium, and a variety of cosmetic blocks designed to enhance the new survival experience. As always, these blocks are entirely cosmetic and are not required to partake in the new game mechanics. However, they are definitely worth picking up if you like spinning things and have always wanted a terrarium to go with your inset fish tank. During the live stream, Merrick stated that development on SE1 continues, and that while Keen does have a roadmap for ongoing work, he prefers to keep its content secret and not divulge too much information to the community. However, Joel did inform the audience that the next update, 1.208, will focus primarily on bug fixes and quality of life improvements. Update 1.209 will round out many of the recent system upgrades by focusing on economy stations and missions. When asked on the livestream about SE2 and the potential release date for VS2 Planets in Survival, Merrick stated that the next vertical slice has not progressed to a point where he's comfortable calling it a release candidate. In his words, VS2 is not feature complete, and the team might be a little further away from its release than originally expected. No final information was presented on the timeline for VS2's release, and we still expect to see it before the end of the year. However, this is the first time that we've seen a dose of skepticism and outright hesitation from Merrick on speaking about the release. Personally, I'd prefer to see any release delayed to ensure that it's ready to go. Far too many games these days are released in unfinished states, and it's refreshing to see developers playing it cautiously. One of my intentions with this show is not only to go over news from Keen and cover the development of SE1 and 2, but also to cover unique community items and events. This week, amongst the chaos of the Apex Survival update, finally afforded me that opportunity. He's not the hero we deserve, nor the one we need, but he's the one we got. The HYDROMAN song and accompanying video has been unleashed by Black Sheep on YouTube, and the 3-minute tune is guaranteed to soak into your psyche and have you tapping your foot as filter-heavy visuals showcase Space Engineer shenanigans at Sheep Space 9. From no hesitation over pushing the self-destruct button to sidestepping deadly deep space gun emplacements, it's a truly epic piece of work. I believe that not watching it would be doing our HYDROMAN hero a great disservice. You'll find a link in the description below. In this week's Dev Diary, Merrick discussed ongoing efforts to optimize SE2 and VRage 3 performance. In particular, the team is focused on improving frame rate, reducing memory usage, speeding up load times, and eliminating lag and stuttering from performance spikes. One area that Merrick addressed at length is loading times. While I personally haven't noticed loading performance problems with SE2, I have seen occasional complaints about the game's overall performance and in particular the amount of time it takes to load and interact with complex worlds. The goal is to make loading a verdure scenario no more than 30 seconds. Considering the vast amount of information necessary to load a planet and its accompanying scenario scripts, this is quite a respectable target for VRage 3. It will be interesting to test out the results when VS2 finally hits. The other optimization target is something that I am happy to see Keen addressing: deformation LODs. While SE2 performs relatively well on my computer, I have noticed significant performance problems during large grid collisions. Keen's intention is to keep destruction and collisions as detailed and believable as possible because it's these moments that are core to the Space Engineer's experience. For these type of events, Keen hopes to strike a balance between the visual fidelity and the destruction and speed of the simulation. It'll be interesting to see the results of these efforts when these updates are in the hands of players and not exclusively with developers on their workstations. Finally, Merrick showcased a new tool called Material Linker from SE2 Art team member Alice Vecchio. I hope I pronounced that right. This Python plugin for the Marmoset tool bag automatically links textures with corresponding materials in a single click, saving time and effort when setting up PBR maps. With a variety of customization options and support for multiple naming conventions, this plugin is just one of the many examples of the creative forces behind Space Engineers that are making life easier for both Keen's internal development team and community modders. So are you enjoying the new farming mechanics in Space Engineers? Have you succumbed to the dangers of radioactive clouds on alien worlds? Or are you a survivor in the harshest environments imaginable? And when do you think we'll see solid release information for VS2 Survival and Planets? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll be back next week with more Space Engineers. Until then, I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there.